Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. And in today's video, I want to do a following Lindsay's lovely life. She did this fall makeup tutorial and I just thought it was so gorgeous. And in her tutorial, she used the Pure X Raw Beauty Christy palette, and I had just got this in the mail yesterday. And I thought today is very fitting to do a fall makeup look. For me, it is October 1st, so it is happy Halloween month. I'm so excited. I love Halloween. It's my favorite, one of my favorite holidays. I just love being able to get up, get dressed, pretend to be somebody else. It's so much fun. You get candy. Who doesn't love candy? But here's what, this is the neutral side of the palette, and you also have a colorful side of the palette, which I love both of them. And I might actually go to this end and try to make like a bright and colorful look for fall next. But I really wanted to follow her tutorial because her eye look was so good. She did a halo eye using the mustard yellow here, and then she went into this like orange shade, and then she went into like this shade to deepen up her look. And it was just so gorgeous. And she used the shimmer in the center of her lid and for a inner corner highlight. So I'm going to try to recreate that today, including the lashes. I'm going to try to put these on. I got the lashes from the Pure X Raw Beauty Christy Collection 2, and I'm going to use the lovely lashes here. These lashes are just, I don't know if you can see it, but they're super curly. And they're just, I think these would be the perfect lashes for like a flirty date night look, just because of how curly and gorgeous they look. So I'm going to try to put those on for you today too. I'm not the best at lashes, but I try. I try, and I'm probably just going to have to take them back off because I wear glasses, and I'm wondering if these will be too long for me to wear out, because I am going to go out and finish filming my TJ Maxx and Marshalls video today. But yeah, let's get into it. And I am using my Refer brushes, which is just natural hair brushes, which I've heard a lot of people talk about them on YouTube about how good they are. I always forget, almost forget to prime my eyes every single time. It usually happens when I've already dipped into the shadow though. At least I remembered before I dipped into my shadow this time. So I'm going in with my e.l.f. Putty Eye Primer that I've been using. I've been loving. And it's just the white shade. I have the lightest colored shade, but I've been using the white one because I like the white. And I just take it on a little angled brush. This is a Moda Pro. I got this in, I think, Ipsy Glam Bag when I was subbed to Ipsy Glam Bag. Now I am no longer subbed to anybody because I just don't like what you get in your glam bags. And I used to be subbed at Ipsy Glam Bag, Ipsy Glam Bag Plus, and BoxyCharm. And I wasn't satisfied with the products that they put in there. I felt like the palettes they give you were subpar. And that was like one of the reasons I got it, because I wanted to build my collection to get more palettes in my collection, because I'm a palette lover. That's going to be always my first love is palettes. So yeah, I'm just taking whatever's left over on my brush and putting it under my eye to prime under my eye for when I put shadow there too. And this is like super cheap. I want to say it's like either $6 to $8 for this eye primer. And I say go lightly because it is thick. It's thicker than the putty face primer, poreless putty primer. It's thicker than that. So that's why I use a brush and I just go in lightly with it on my eyes. That way it's not too thick, or it can get too thick on your eyelids and feel heavy and weighed down. So that's why I just use a brush and I go very lightly with it. But I'm going to go in first with this mustardy yellow shade. I do know that Pure did do one last restock of this palette. I'm going to tell you that I don't recommend you use Pure's website because I had to contact them because It was like 10 days after they had sent me an email saying they were packing my item to ship it, and still I hadn't received any shipping info. So I had to contact customer service to see what was going on. I sent my email, and you know, you get that automatic response saying they'll get back to you or whatever. They never emailed me about it. I ended up having to call the number that was in the email and talk to them, and that is how I finally got shipping info on my pallet for it to be sent to me. But they do have this they did restock this in Ulta, so I recommend, if you want this palette, to go and look and see if Ulta still has it in stock, because also Ulta has the lashes too. If you were interested in either one of the lashes, Ulta is going to have the lashes too, whereas the Purex Raw Beauty Christie site will not have them. But I am, when I go to upload this video, I am going to go look in the Ulta site, and if you see that the palette's not linked down below, that is because it was sold out already. I'm hoping that it won't be sold out, because I am going to post this probably on Monday. It's Thursday now, so I'm probably going to post this on Monday, but I don't know. Hopefully it's not sold out. Or should I post this tomorrow? Maybe I'll edit it today and have this go up tomorrow. That way, if it's in stock and y'all want the palette, you can get it. But anyway, let's get started. I'm going to start with the mustard shade like I was telling you. I'm just dipping my brush in. Now, I know she said that these would be pretty powdery. So, I'm going to start off like she did. And I did like Lindsey's Lovely Life did. And I didn't do my base. I'm doing my base afterwards. That's mainly because I knew with going into these shades that there could be possibly a lot of fallout. So, and also I'm using my Refer number 15, which is like a medium blending brush. So, I'm just taking that. I take mine a little bit above my crease like she did too, because if you notice when I look up, I have slightly hooded eyelids also, just like her. So I always take mine a little bit above, and then I leave a little space there so I can highlight my brow bone. But yeah, I do the same thing she does. Just going in and building it up to like the however bold you want it to be. I like a pretty bold eye look anymore. I didn't used to be that way, but here lately I like a pretty bold eye look. Number 14, it is a little bit smaller brush. I might go in with that one. And I'm going to go into the shade I Told You, which is that shade right there. It's like an orangey brown shade. It looks very pretty. It's very pigmented. I'm just going to go just a tad bit below that. This might be just a tad bit small, too small of a brush for it, but I didn't want my brush to be quite that big, so. I'm gonna also have, I know I probably haven't mentioned this, but I'm also gonna have her video linked down below in case y'all wanna check her out. I highly recommend you checking her out because she's she's way better at makeup than I am. I'm just some Joe schmo over here trying to. I'm like your everyday average person doing makeup. I'm not like an expert, you know. I'm not some makeup expert here. I don't know. She does really good at her makeup, so I definitely recommend if you want to check her out. She does some really great looks, and she has some really great content over there, including declutters. And she makes me want to declutter in my collection too. Now that I've laid down that shade, I'm going to go with my smallest blending brush. And this is the number 13. It's pretty tiny. I'm going to use this to lay down the deepest shade, which we're going into the shade of B, which is this shade right here. I'm going to put that in my inner and outer corner to create the halo eye effect. She goes in pretty ham on this. Leave the inner portion of your eye blank because you're gonna put a gold shade there. And you don't have to use this palette in particular. You can use whatever palette you have, you know, whatever palette you have on hand that has these shades. I feel like you can pretty much find this in any palette that has like warm tone brown shades. You can find this look. Okay. I'm gonna go back into my one blending brush that I used for the yellow. I'm just doing some blending over my crease. Okay. I'm just gonna go in now with the center shade, which is the golden ticket shade here in the center. It is a very pretty gold, but it's like it's your typical. It's hard to see with this light. It's your typical gold shade that you see in most palettes. Most palettes have this shade. So you're gonna go in with that in your center. This is a gorgeous gold shade. Oh my gosh. It's so pretty. Oh my gosh. I love that shade so much. Okay, I'm gonna go back into my smaller brush where I placed the brown like she did, and I'm just going over the edges, tapping like she said she did, tapping motions just to blend. You just want to do tapping motions just so you can blend the inner and outer corners together, making it like a seamless transition. And we'll go back into that bigger brush, and she said to take a tad bit more of the yellow, so I just dipped in a very tiny bit. And I'm gonna do my outer edge just to reinforce the shade on both eyes. And there is the eye look so far. We're gonna come back into it afterwards to finish the under eyes. I don't know if I really got it. I tried to do more of a rounded shape like she did, but I don't know if I really made it there. But I do see, like she said, there was a little bit of fallout, so I'm just gonna take. I have these makeup remover wipes here that I'm trying to get rid of. So I'm gonna take one of those and just wipe away my fallout under my eyes. Now she did use like a cooling stick on her drier parts of her face. I had already went in and moisturized my face with the I've been using the sample. I have samples of moisturizers that I've been using. This one, the one I use today, is the Belief True Cream Aqua Bomb Aloe Vera one. And I have used just the Belief True Cream Aqua Bomb, and this is a really good gel moisturizer. I think it's really great when you use this. It makes your skin feel like a baby's butt. I don't know what is in this face cream, but I really like it before I use my makeup because it just really hydrates. And I feel like a gel moisturizer for me hydrates the best. But I put that on, and then I'm just going to go in with the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, which she actually did use this in her video. So I have a pretty big dent in there. It's hard to see. There's a pretty big dent in mine. I'm trying to hit pan on this. I'm pretty sure I've hit pan in like the very center part because you can kind of see through it. But yeah. And I'm trying to focus more on the outside now, since I think I've hit pan on the inside part. Okay, and she went in with a hydrating foundation. I do not have the hydrating foundation she used, but I do have my ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Hydrating Foundation. I really like this foundation. I'm just going to go in with like a half a pump, because usually when I use a whole pump of this, it's too much for my whole face. I have the shade Light 33C is the shade I got in this one. And she used a brush, so today I'm going to use a brush to put my foundation on. It is the Tarte, I think it goes with the Babasu or whatever collection, because I do have the Found Sealer. It's a Tarte Found Sealer brush. Usually I use my Beauty Blender. I will use my Beauty Blender for my eyes today. I have it. I have my Junoco Beauty Blender, or you can get, they have the same type of Beauty Blender with, at, Shop Miss A. I don't know if y'all have tried Shop Miss A, but Shop Miss A has the same type of Beauty Blender, literally. This is like a very densely packed, brush, which is going to give you like more coverage. And I just like stamping motions. You want to work from inside to outside. That way you get most coverage on the inside of your face, if that's where you need it. I know I need it more inside to outside because I have a lot of redness in my face. I don't typically use foundation brushes. I have them, but I don't use them a whole lot. It's funny, I think this color's a little bit light for me right now. Normally I don't get any tan during the summertime, except for this year. Apparently I got all the tan this summer. I don't know how that happened, but somehow I got a lot of tan this summer. I do like the finish of this foundation on me personally. but I do feel like it does get a little bit dry and cakey at the end of the day, which I don't like. I have to use a hydrating spray. Looks like everything is blended good. I'm gonna go in with my concealer now, and I like the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. That is my favorite concealer that I've been using since I've gotten it, and you can kind of see here because I've used a pretty good amount of this concealer. I've been obsessed with it since I've gotten it. So, and I'm just doing a little bit here on the outer corner, and then I do one dot here and one dot there. My inner corner, like where my dark circles are the worst, which I don't really have. It's a lie to say that I have dark circles because I don't feel like I really have dark circles. They're like bluish purple veins that I have in my eyes. Now this one is in fair beige, which I thought was going to be a pink undertone, but they have a fair rose, but this was the lightest shade I could find at stores. So this one is just a tad bit yellow on me. So if it looks too yellow, I go in with my original e.l.f. Camo Concealer. I have that in the shade Light Peach, but it's a little bit lighter and has more of a pink shade to it for whatever reason than this one does. So I'm going to go ahead and just set my under eyes real quick. And for that, I use this little thing I got in the mail from e.l.f. Here it is. This little e.l.f. when it's in sheer, and it's just a white setting powder, and it's made for setting under your eyes. And that's what I always use to set under my eyes. I'll find my under eye brush. Here it is. So I use the e.l.f. Small tapered brush, and I use that to set my under my eyes. I use a bigger one for all over my face, but for under my eyes, I use this e.l.f. small tapered one. I'm just setting under my eyes for now because she went in with the cream bronzer, so I'm gonna go in with the cream bronzer too. So that's why I just want to go ahead and set my under eyes, and then I'll set the rest of my face after I do my cream bronzer. I really like this powder because it doesn't darken my under eyes. I feel like a lot of powders, I put them under my eyes and it makes my under eyes look darker. This one doesn't, so I really love that. Next, I'm going to go in with my cream bronzer, which I have two cream bronzers. I have the Fenty one, and then I have this Yensa one, and I've been loving this Yensa one. It kind of reminds me, I never had it, but I read somebody else I watch on a YouTube, Leah Janae, she said that this reminds her a lot of the Chanel one, Soleil Tan bronzer. I really like it. So I'm just going to go in. This is my e.l.f. It is the Jelly Pop stippling brush. It's a very short, cute brush, but it is so perfect for cream blush and cream bronzer. And I found another one of these yesterday in TJ Maxx, and I bought it for a backup for when this needs to be replaced, or just so I can have another one because I do like to use it for bronzer and for cream blush. So I'm just going to go in here, and then I'm just going to stamp it on my face. I like to, when I do cream bronzers, I like to just go in a stamping motion. I really like the tone of this one. This one I feel like has almost the same tone as the one that she was using on her video of the cream bronzer she was using, which I don't remember exactly which one she was using in her video, but I feel like this has the same type of tone to it. Which I'll link this bronzer down below. Everything on my face will be linked down below in the description box. if you want to pick up anything. And don't worry, I do not have affiliate links because I'm a little old nobody right now on YouTube that nobody knows about. Ain't no brand's gonna work with me. Whatever's left over on my brush, I just take and put it down here. Chisel that jaw. Put the lip. This does, I forgot to mention that this does have a scent, like the Chanel type of scent. It's a pretty strong scent. So if you're sensitive to scents, then I wouldn't get this one. I would get the Fenty bronzer, cream bronzer. So now that I've done my bronzer and everything, I'm going to go in and set my rest of my face. I'm using my e.l.f. Halo Glow setting powder. It is in the light pink shade. I have the light shade, but then they came out with new shade ranges, so I got the light pink just because I have a tendency to have more pink undertones. So I like to think that this shade works out better for me in the long run for setting my face. I don't feel like it darkens my foundation any. I'm just going in with this little powder brush here. It is from Lime Crime. When I purchased from them, it came free one time. And I like it because I just lightly set my face. That's why I like it, because it's pretty flimsy. It's not too densely packed, so you can like lightly set your face with this brush and looks good. And I just set it enough because I'm going to be wearing a mask today, so I want to make sure that my foundation doesn't come off on my mask. It'll probably still come off on my mask, but I try to prevent it as much as I can. Okay, the blush I'm going to go into is my ColourPop blush in Interstellar. She used the Burt's Bees one, which I do not have, but I do have this one, which is like a mauve-y pink shade. She went with like a more natural, like toasted bronzer and blush. So that one, I think this is like the closest shade I have. It was a Burt's Bees blush, which looked really pretty. I think it was called Toasted Cinnamon or something like that. It looked so gorgeous. And I'm just going to go in with my usual blush brush that I love. This is my Firma 102. Pretty sure this came in an Ipsy or BoxyCharm box. I'm just going to do some light stamping motions here. I don't care what anybody says. I like a little blush on my face. On my nose, I mean. I like blush on my nose. So. And there was one time when I didn't love blush because I thought that I didn't need blush because I was blushed enough because I have a natural red pink undertone when I'm not wearing makeup. So I was like, oh, I don't need any blush. I have enough blush. And she did mention using a gold highlighter. I'm using my Sigma FO3 High Cheekbone highlighter brush. This is my favorite highlighter brush ever. And Shop Miss A has a dupe for this brush for $1. So if you don't want to get this brush, you can go to Shop Miss A and get the $1 brush that is pretty much looks the same as this, which I will link that brush down below in case y'all want to go check it out. It's almost always sold out. That's why I don't have it yet, but there's a lot of people that love the Shop Miss A one. And since I do not have, she used the Anastasia and Reezy highlighter. I do not have that golden highlighter, but I do have this Ofra Star Island highlighter, and it is like a champagne gold. So I'm going to do that on my cheeks today. And then after this, we go and we'll finish up the eyes. I love this one for my cheeks. It is just such a good highlighter. And it's a gold shade without being too much on my face. Most gold shades are too dark for me, so I can't like wear them. And I like to put some on the tip of my nose and bring it down the center of my nose too. Right here on this. Let's go back and do the bottom part of our eyes. I'm gonna go back, and she used the same exact shades that she used in the crease. So I'm just gonna use this as a smudger brush. She used a really tiny brush, so I'm gonna try using this smudger brush for it. And this is the 102. Refer 102, right? No, the Refer 02. It's like a little smudge brush. I'm gonna go in first with that yellow shade. Then I'm gonna go in with Told You. And that one's gonna go closer to my lash line. And I'm just gonna go in with that darker shade. I used B on my outer crease. I'm just gonna take this just on the outer third. And connect it back up to what I have going on in my outer corner here. Like she used it. You're looking so good so far. Okay, I'm gonna go in with my little pencil brush I have here. This is my Refer 03 brush. And I'm gonna go back into that golden ticket shade and use it in my inner corner like she did. And I'm just like her. I like a bold inner corner. So I like to use a lot in my inner corner. So I take quite a bit of that golden ticket shade and put it in my inner corner. And whatever's left over on the brush, I'm going to do like she did and just highlight above my brow bone. Not too much because you don't want it to look like you put shadow up there, but just a little bit to do a little highlighting. I'm going to take my eyeliner. She used a brown one. I do not have a brown one. I do have a black one, but I don't really want to use a black one. I'm going to use my ColourPop Cream Gel Liner. This is in the shade Punch, which is a yellow, and I love yellow in the waterline for these looks. So I'm going to put yellow in my waterline. Okay, I went off camera to do that. But I got some yellow there in my waterline. It looks really good with these type of looks, yellow. Okay, I'm gonna go in and I guess with my mascara. Now, I'm gonna use my Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect. And I'm gonna put on my lovely lashes, hopefully. And then I'm gonna come back for the completed look. I'm not gonna show you me doing my mascara and my and my lashes because it's a struggle bus for me for lashes. It takes me forever to get my lashes on right. So I'm gonna go off camera and do mascara and lashes, and then I will come back and show y'all my complete, and then we'll come back and I'll do my lips for y'all, and then we'll have a look at the completed look. Okay, you guys, I am back. I got my lashes on. It was Struggle City. Still, this, for some reason, this inner corner on this one doesn't want to stick. But they're there. They're on, and my brows are filled. I went ahead and did my brows, too. So, the lip I'm going to go in today is Waikiki. It is just the Just a Tints from ColourPop. I love these shades. This is what it looks like. You can see I love it because I've used a lot of it. And I think it makes a perfect fall shade. And I don't want to do anything, really. Don't feel like doing a matte lipstick today. I just want to do this one. So I'm not even going to line my lips or anything. I'm just going to go in with it. And I love their Just a Tints. They're so creamy. They taste like a tropical drink. Here's what it looks like. It's not super dark, but I think it's deep enough to be like a fall look. So, I just didn't feel like going in with a matte lipstick today. Because other than this one, all I have are matte lipsticks that are fall colors. And I just wasn't in the mood for a matte lipstick today. But here's my completed look following her tutorial. I don't think it went too bad. Hopefully, but I love it. I love this. I love the way this look turned out. This is like my typical everyday fall look. I did this last fall, but I used I did a look similar to this last fall, but I used the Too Faced ginger spice palette. It was either the extra spicy or the gingerbread spice palette I used the last fall to do this type of look, and it was really gorgeous. Yep. It's my complete look today. I am going to leave her video linked down below so you can go check out her tutorial if you want to do this look too. I think mine looks good, but hers definitely looks better than mine. She does way better at makeup than I do, in my opinion. I'm just a regular old person doing makeup and talking about makeup on the internet. So if you want to see the real tutorial, I'll have her video linked down below. That way you can follow along to her tutorial too. And maybe consider, if you're not subscribed to her channel, you should consider subscribing to her channel, because she has some really great content out there. I really love her channel. I never miss any of her videos. And right now, when I run out of videos from the people I subscribe to watch, I'm going back and watching her older videos, which is very interesting to see her in her early YouTube years. But yeah, I'm gonna leave the video link down below for her tutorial. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up down below. And if you are not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. And if you want, you can ring the bell, and it will notify you of all my future uploads. That way you'll never miss any of my fall looks, because I'm probably gonna do fall looks until it's winter. And then we'll move on to winter looks. But yeah, that's all I have for you today. So until next time, I'll see you guys. Bye.